Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 and our European Journeyman series out by Leverkusen. It is the last time that I am going to say that because today it's the Champions League final. We'll do our end of season review and then we are going to resign as Leverkusen boss. That is all I know that is going to happen today. Now the Champions League final is in a couple of days time. I just want to show you some of the highlights from the season here. So Kevin Janssen, runner-up in the Footballer of the Year competition. It was won by Johannes Murphy. I'm not really sure why. I guess because he had the better average rating, the young striker, although he didn't get that many goals really for a striker, Johannes Murphy. But he also won the Players' Player of the Year ahead of Bernardo Silva and Kevin Janssen. Zanor was the best newcomer. We didn't have anybody in that category. And I didn't even win Manager of the Year. That's ridiculous. How have I not won Manager of the Year with a 79% win ratio? But it's gone to Oliver Kraus with a 44% win ratio. And he's a Players Manager of the Year as well. That's ridiculous. I'm outraged that I haven't won that when I've just won a quadruple and we've got the Champions League final to go. But there you go. Several players in the Team of the Year. Janssen's got a nice bonus as well. But we've got this Champions League final to come up. Now, we've also had Rebolo get injured, which is not good news because it means we're probably going to have to play Douglas Santos at left back or Mikulacak. We're playing at the Stade Orange Velodrome, 60,000 seater stadium against Real Madrid. It's going to be a huge match for us. Now, I'm not really sure what is going to happen at the end of this episode. I said it earlier, but I think realistically this could be the end of the series, and I still, even though I'm going to try and put up a new video tomorrow, I do not know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a sleep on it. But I've been asking you guys over the last few days. I've been reading all of your advice as well and what you want me to do. If you want to find out what we are going to do follow me on Twitter. That's where I'll announce it first. So the link is in the description. Click that link, drop me a follow, and you'll find out as soon as I've decided what I'm going to do next. I'll put it up there before I even record the next video. So that'll be something to look forward to at least. But we do need focus on seeing or signing off this season, club, and possibly series in style with a Champions League trophy. Well, here it is. This is the final. Now, we do have Bernardo Silva out injured, Henriks is out injured, and Rebolo is not fit enough to play, which means we've got two makeshift fullbacks and a different player in the front three than we've had recently, which is going to completely throw out the chemistry of the team. Malherbe is the man I'm trusting up front. Douglas Santos, who is retiring after this game, is playing at left wing back. Mikulacak's at right wing back. The rest of the team is the strongest I can possibly play and is in line with what we've done through the rest of the season. But really, this is a bit of a free hit. We won the Champions League with Leverkusen last season, so we already achieved that goal. This is all about if we can win the quintuple this season with our 5th trophy of the season. It's a big ask, but I think the players can do it. They need to be at their best, and we need to hope Real Madrid have a bit of a poor day. But we've beaten Juventus, we've beaten Atletico Madrid, we've beaten PSG on our way to this final. So we definitely deserve to be here, and it's time to prove we're the best team in Europe. Well, here come the teams out of the tunnel for the Champions League final in France. Just lining up here for the, what I assume, Champions League music, just blaring out, the players ready to go and lined up. It's such a shame that Bernardo Silva is missing this match because he's been such a good player for us, both at Monaco and at Leverkusen. But Janssen is a man kicking the game off. El Said forward to Douglas Santos. Also, Bernd Leno is retiring after this match as well. He's on the bench just in case Nezovic gets injured. But it's definitely the end of an era for me at Leverkusen once this is over. It'll be interesting to know how the team does so going forward without me as manager. At the moment, they've had more shots and they have possession as well. Even though we have the away dressing room, we're in control of this game against Real Madrid. They've still got Anthony Martial in at their front three, so they're not necessarily the strongest team in the world right now. Braga onto Janssen, having to run out the defence. The first real chance of the game, he goes for goal, and Borri plucks it from the sky, dropping to the ground in the same movement. First real shot in anger in the game, and we've nearly got the goal. But Braga's been injured. 28 minutes in, Braga is injured, which means that our legend of the club, Nachtigall, is going to have to go up front. He's still so young, Nachtigall, but he absolutely turned our season around last year when we switched tactic to this one and helped us deliver the title. And you can't underestimate the influence that he's had, and I'm hoping he'll be able to get another big goal today. But that means we've lost both Braga and Bernardo Silva for this Champions League final, which is not good news. Here's Barzola's throw. Douglas Santos has won it. Good contribution to the game from him. Janssen onto Malherbe, having a run down the left flank. He's got players in the middle. They're arriving now, and he's just been fouled there by Barzola. We've got a free kick in a dangerous position just before half-time. Who's on the ball here? I'm not really sure. Janssen with the free kick, puts it into the massive bodies, but can't find a player. Luzinho has it, sends it back to the keeper, who volleys it out of the goal straight to Rukas. Now Mikulacak into Betty. Malherbe around the corner for Douglas Santos, comes back inside. Havertz out to Douglas Santos again. Nactigal through to Malherbe. Janssen has it, finds Malherbe again, and he's found the bottom corner. Malherbe, the youngster, one of our signings, has just given us the lead in the Champions League final right before half-time. 3 minutes to go, and we should be taking this in. If you look at the stats, we've totally dominated this. You cannot underestimate how strong this team is, with the players like Betty and Traub there, who are probably the best defender and midfielder in the entire game. And now we have the lead against Real Madrid in the Champions League final. This is unbelievable. We could be about to win 5 trophies in the same season. Absolutely amazing stuff. Don't think I've ever done that before in the game. We've set a lot of firsts for me in this series. It's been a really enjoyable series to do. And win or lose today, I'm going to have absolutely loved my time at Bayer Leverkusen. They're up there as one of my favourite teams to have managed now. Pereira with a free kick in a dangerous area, but Havertz runs out to meet it and gets it clear. And now we're less than 45 minutes away from defending a Champions League title. It'll be our fourth separate Champions League trophy that we've won in this series across about 12 years, I think. Now here we are with Real Madrid on the ball, but Betty cuts it out. Nactgal onto Janssen. Now Malherbe. We've not had a chance in the second half yet. Havertz over to Betty. He's got a run there from Douglas Santos, but doesn't pick him out. Header from El Sayed, picked up by Hassan and sent over the top, but El Sayed gets across again. He's been a very good signing for us. Havertz forward to Betty, trying to bring it forward, finds Nactgal. Douglas Santos into Malherbe. Now Nactgal again over the top. Douglas Santos on a good run. He's got a man in the middle to look for. He puts it across, and Janssen is there for 2-0 in the Champions League final. His 21st of the season. I was worried he could be a Santa Maria level flop at the start of this season, because he didn't score for 2 months, I don't think. It was November by the time he got his first goal, but he's entered well past 20 goals now and has just scored in the Champions League final to make it 2-0. And Real Madrid are struggling. They've made all 3 substitutions. They've got a player on the pitch at 58% fitness, and no one on their team except for Jean Carlos has got a 7.0 rating or above, and Janssen's just cut out that free kick with his head and kept possession of the ball. They have won the tackle back. They've got Mbappe up front as well, our former player from Monaco. Malherbe tackled in a good position. The ball put upfield, but Traub heads it away. Still, Real Madrid come at us. Again, Traub gets it away. He is really putting in a good performance. Malherbe back to Betty. Over the top for Douglas Santos. He's going to retire after this game. Oh, I thought he was going to make it 3-0, but he's chipped it over the bar. He saw his name in lights and wanted to finish his career off in style. I think winning 5 trophies in your last season is not a bad way to finish off your season. And he got an assist in the Champions League final as well. We've got 10 minutes left to play. I'm going to bring Schiel, of all people, on for, I think, Traub in defence, just to freshen up across the back line. I'll make another substitution at about 85 minutes to help run down the clock. But what a performance this has been. We struggled so much in the Champions League group stages. It's unbelievable. And yet, in the knockout stages, I might be right in thinking we won every match. I think we might have lost to Atletico Madrid in the second leg. But we have been untouchable in the Champions League this season. Having won it last year, we've won it again now. Just waiting for that referee. There it is. We just won our 5th trophy of the season, and I swear to God there has been no cheating in this whatsoever. This has been absolutely sensational stuff. Absolutely incredible how we've managed to just beat Real Madrid there. I am absolutely blown away, and I think given the little failure we had with England, really, where we were having a go at the World Cup. I think it was it the World Cup or the Euros? I can't remember, but we got to the final of that and lost, and that was really disappointing. But the Champions League and club football was always what this series was about, and having won it now 4 times, including winning it 2 times in a row, I am very, very satisfied with what we've achieved. Look at that. I've never won the Champions League back-to-back before. I've never managed to do that in the game. It's the first time I have ever managed to do it. And there we go. Incredible. Let's look at that competition screen. There it is, the Champions League trophy. We've won the Bundesliga by 4 points. We won the FIFA Club World Cup. We won the Champions League. We won the UEFA Super Cup. We won the DFB Pokal. And we finished runner-up in the DFL Super Cup, but we're not going to talk about that. We just won 5 trophies in one season, a sensational end to the year. We had such a poor start, though, with these defeats in the Super Cup. We lost our first Bundesliga game. We lost to Köln. We had draws abound, especially in the Champions League. Lost to Bayern there. But we turned it around. This run of form right here. The game just cutting off again. But this run of form was unbelievable, and then we had a little blip here before recovering to win every game after that Leipzig match and secure all of our competitions. Just incredible the way that we've managed to do it this season. And if we look at the squad, it's been a really impressive squad, it has to be said. If we sort them by goals, you can see Braga and Bernardo Silva both on 22 goals for the season. Bernardo Silva in less games and with more assists. He was involved in 38 goals at 33 years old. Just incredible what he's achieved. He's only worth £2.4 million. We signed him for £3 million, and look at what he's done for us since we brought him in. Incredible stuff. He was certainly on the wane when we picked him up from Monaco, but his biography must be pretty impressive, it has to be said. If we just click that biography screen, look at this record. 22 competition wins. He won the FIFA World Cup with Portugal as well, beating us in the final, if I remember right. Won the Champions League with Monaco, the UEFA Super Cup 2 times. He's now won the Champions League twice, although I suppose he wouldn't get a winner's medal if he was injured in the final. And because he was injured for the final last year and he was injured for the final this year, he's helped us reach 2 Champions League finals and not picked up the trophy. But I'm going to say he's won the Champions League 3 times, all with me as manager. So the UEFA Super Cup twice, Coupe de France, Coupe de la Ligue, DFB Pokal, Taça de Portugal Placar with Benfica, Ligue 2 times, Bundesliga once, the Primeira Liga, the European International League with Portugal, the Trophy de Champion a bunch of times, the FIFA Club World Cup twice, the Confederations Cup, the Taça de Liga. He's literally won pretty much everything in the game. What a player, and been at 3 of our clubs as well at one period of time or another. So he's without doubt my star of the season. Braga did well in the end. He might have been a bit of a flop. We only got him for £7.5 million though, so he was one hell of a coup, and he's had a brilliant season for us. Kevin Janssen up there as well. I was worried about him when we first signed him. He cost £30 million, was a big investment given how we had a limited transfer budget, but he's really performed for us in the second half of the season after signing from Monaco. Nact Gal, one of my favourite players of this series, because we just brought him in from nothing. He'd never played for Leverkusen, then we changed the tactic, and this first season he was sensational. Played a bit less this season in terms of minutes, but still contributes some brilliant performances. Robolo was another brilliant player. We got him in for just £6 million. There were so many great budget signings this season, players that I'd scouted at Monaco and not been able to pick up. Betty's another one of them, 22 years old, but without doubt the best player in the game at this point. No doubt about that. We got him for 28 million, and he's just never really looked back. Malherbe, another good youngster, still got a lot of time to develop. We did a good job with him. Miklachak leaving this season after winning the Champions League and League. Traub, also one of the best players in the game. He was here before I arrived. He's always been at Leverkusen as a regen that came through, and he's been sensational. He was one of the reasons I decided to come here, because he was such a good player. Henriks, very old now, 31 years old, always been at Leverkusen. This is what I liked about this club. There's so many players here that have been here from the start and have now got to really see this success. El Said we picked up think we got him quite cheap, £12.5 million from Barcelona. He was a very, very astute signing, if I say so myself. Jensch, another great player, £24 million valuation, who came through the youth ranks. There's so many of them here. I absolutely love it. Giallo, a good player that we managed to pick up, £15 million from China. And he really did the job for us after being at Barcelona as well. Definitely did good things. Kai Havertz, another very good player worth a bit of money, came through the youth ranks. There's just so many of them. I absolutely love it. Schiel, how did he do this season? He was signed from Bayern a couple of years ago and has been doing good things. Lucas Rukas is a very good signing as well. He was picked up a couple of years ago for £7 million and has really come on and become a first team player. Nezovic we picked up this season. Brilliant stuff from him, £8.5 million, and he had a really, really good season. 22 clean sheets. That's up there with when we were manager. This is when we were manager of Monaco, and then he just wasn't really used after that. We've brought him back in, and he's just absolutely smashed it for us. Bernd Leno, very long time servant of Bayer Leverkusen. They signed him way back in 11-12. And he did some great things with us, but now he is going to retire, having not really played this season. And Douglas Santos, another player to go. They picked him up in the 22-23 season, and he's now on his way out of the club, having been at Hamburg for a long, long time. So yeah, a lot of great players in the squad. We've done brilliant, brilliant things as manager. If we have a look at my history, you can see 5 club manager jobs and a national team manager job as well. £21 million in career earnings. I wouldn't say no to that, but probably lower than you'd imagine given the success that we've had. Bought 82 players, sold 155. £500 million surplus on players bought to sold, but most of that happened at Monaco, where I had an unlimited blank cheque pretty much. Yilmaz signed at Monaco, £78 million. We sold Raymundo for £60 million. And I'm the best manager in my nationality of English, I assume. 4th best or 8th best in Germany at the moment, but the 4th best in Europe, which is interesting. Also the 4th best in the world as well. Really done quite well there in the Hall of Fame. And 19 cup competition wins as well. That is just quite impressive. Can we see my achievements? There we go. There's the biography. Just in case this is the final episode of the series, which at the moment I'm actually thinking it might be. You can see that we came into criticism for not signing German players. Fair enough. My first journey with into management was with Valencia, where we actually won the Champions League way back in 2018. And then I went to Benfica, where we won the Taça de Portugal Placar, the Primeira Liga twice, the Super Taça Candido de Oliveira, the Taça de Liga twice as well. We didn't win the Champions League, but the season after I left Benfica, the new manager Fonseca came in and he won the Champions League with Benfica. So I'm claiming that one because we built that team. Then I went to Monaco. That was a lot of fun at Monaco, where we won the Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup, the Coupe de France, the League, the Trophy de Champion, and the FIFA Club World Cup. The only one that was missing was the Coupe de la Ligue. We didn't manage to win that, which was a little bit annoying. And then we went to Napoli, where we won the TIM Cup twice, the Super Cup twice, and Serie A in 2024. At Leverkusen, we managed to win the Champions League twice. We won the UEFA Super Cup, we won the DFB Pokal, we won the Bundesliga twice, we won the FIFA Club World Cup, and I think that was maybe my favourite part of the series, actually being manager of Leverkusen. I really, really enjoyed that. Loads of personal honours in there as well, but overall it's been a pretty incredible European Journeyman. I have to say, we've been playing it for months now, and I've really, really enjoyed it. So I think it might be the natural time to end it. I'm not bothered about taking this to England, but I think I'd like to manage in England next. So I'm going to try and pick an English team to take on in a new series. That's what I think is going to happen. Not completely decided, and I think it'd be nice if you guys let me know in the comments or on Twitter what you'd like me to do as well. But that's it, probably, for this series. So drop a like on the video if you've really enjoyed this series. And until next time, see ya.